welcome to this week's episode of SeeYou Weekly. We have a great show ready for you guys and a lovely panel of roundtable guests this week. Girls, introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Annie Lyons, and you can find me at Annie Lyons 19.
I'm Emily Steinmetz, and you can find me at Emily K. Steinmetz on Twitter.
And I'm Lena, and you can find me at LenaMarie04 on Twitter.
Girls, you all look so good in your pink shirts today. The reason we are wearing pink is we are supporting Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is the month of October, and we are going to switch over to Jean, who is interviewing the president of Colleges Against Cancer.
Hi, welcome to SeeYou Weekly, and I'm here with Kayla, president of Colleges Against Cancer. So Kayla, could you tell me more about your organization?
Of course. So Colleges Against Cancer is an organization here on campus. We're one of many organizations that are spread around the country, and we were actually the first chapter founded. We were founded in 2001, and we work directly with the American Cancer Society. Our main goal on campus is to really advocate for the American Cancer Society and reach out to the campus community and help them get to know what we're about in terms of educating the campus on cancer prevention and cancer education, advocacy, helping pass laws like the smoke-free campus that we have at Illinois, that was us, in partnership with the American Cancer Society, and then also things just like Relay for Life and putting on events like Pink Week and really telling the students, you know, we're here for them and that whatever they have to say, they can come to us and we can talk about it. We can talk about it because we wanted to make sure that students aren't necessarily scared of the word cancer. We want to make sure that we're approachable people who are able to talk to them about it and make people feel comfortable on this campus, whether they're going through a hard time or not, or if they have something related to or have been touched by cancer in any way.
So you're the president of
Yes.
this organization. So tell me more about your role and how you got into this organization.
Okay, so when I was a freshman, my aunt actually got diagnosed with breast cancer right before I came to school. And then 13 months later, my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer. So I decided there was something I had to do, and I wanted to get involved really quick. So on Quad Day, I found Colleges Against Cancer. I saw that they work directly with the American Cancer Society, and everything they do is not only helping go towards cancer research, but also, you know, helping cancer patients now with things like look good, feel good. For people going through chemo, they work with Pantene Beautiful Links to give wigs for free to patients. Also Hope Lodges, which if you don't live in a vicinity close to your treatment, like they'll send you to a Hope Lodge where people can stay and people can feel like they're at home and like really feel comfortable while they're going through treatment. So I knew this was something that I wanted to help, and they also put on a huge event called Relay for Life, which is actually our biggest event on campus. We get around 1,200 students that come to the Armory. This year it's on March 12th through the 13th. It's an overnight event, and I just really needed something. I needed an outlet because I was away from my family and they were going through this hard time and I wasn't able to be there with them. So I got involved really quick and really hard. I joined the recruitment team to get people to our events. And then as soon as I had the opportunity to hold a higher position, I jumped and I was the vice president last year. Now I'm the president. So,
what are your goals for the end of this year?
Okay, so last year it was awesome being the vice president, and we had so many amazing opportunities to work with heads of the American Cancer Society. Our old president actually is on the national team and still continues his work through American Cancer Society. And I knew that this year I wanted everything to be a little bit bigger and a little bit better, just to reach the campus community. I didn't want us to be the scary thing. Because when people think of cancer, it really touches people's hearts in a way that might not be comfortable to talk about with other people, but I wanted to make sure we're approachable. I want to grow our organization, invite people to come to our meetings, invite people to come to our events, and really talk to us and hang out with us. We just had Pink Week, which was a couple weeks ago. We raised around $2,200 for cancer research for breast cancer awareness, and we sold shirts, and that was a huge success because we almost doubled our fundraising from last year. And then we have a kickball tournament coming up on November 7th, which we encourage people to sign up for. Things like that are just, we're changing the events in a way to really publicize us and us as an outlet, and really giving back to the American Cancer Society. So I am really excited to reach out to the campus community and the community surrounding Champaign-Urbana and make them aware that we are here and we are ready to talk to them. And I don't want them to be freaked out, and I just want them to know it's okay, and there's so many outlets for them.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
Thank you, Jean. Now let's get started with our roundtable discussions. First, let's talk about this week, which is a very important week on the U of I campus. It is Homecoming Week, and honestly, it's my favorite week of the year because there's so many things going on, from the homecoming board giving free stuff on the quad to the pep rally, pepping up people for the game on Saturday, which is against Wisconsin. So hopefully we win that, and there's going to be a lot of school spirit along the way. So girls, let me start by asking you, what are you most excited about for homecoming? What's your favorite part about homecoming, if you've been here before?
Well, personally for me, there's a legacy of family members that have gone to U of I. So my whole family kind of comes down, we spend the day together, and we go to the football game, which is like my favorite part.
Yeah. The games are always so fun.
Well, I actually am a transfer, and one of the things I love about U of I, which my school before, because it was a lot smaller, didn't have, is a ton of school spirit. So I've been like loving to see it here, you know, and like everything's decorated. Like I live in the 6-pack, so the Ike is all decorated, which is fun, and there's been so many free giveaways. Like, I swear I sprinted to get the free Einsteins on Monday. Cause
I
Einstein
heard about that, and I was on the clock.
Yeah,
I missed it.
I ran from one of my
So
classes,
mad.
and I just ran, and like, it was like a full meal.
Yeah.
So it was like very nice. So like, there's like a ton of stuff that like my old school never would have offered. So I'm definitely like feeling the school spirit here, which is awesome.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm really excited to see the band because they always do really great performances. And I
like
have a
that
few friends
answer.
in the band, so that'll be exciting. But also seeing Black Eye filled, I'm really hoping that we rally up all the students this week and we get them all there. And we really show that school spirit to beat Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
And I think we have a shot. I really, really do. We've been playing so well. We're 4-2, I think, at this point. So all we need to win is 2 more games. And last year we won homecoming. It was a really, really good game last year. So I'm just hoping this year is the same. But I ditto all of that. But in other news on campus, on Monday, there was actually several protesters in front of a T-shirt store on Green Street, protesting against the chief being on their T-shirts. So this has been an ongoing problem. It's been debate against debate with alumni, with teachers, staff, students. A lot of people have different opinions about this, and I guess the question that I have for you guys is, do you think that it is still necessary for people to feel this way, even though the school already went through the whole process of removing it as our mascot, as our official mascot? It's really crazy to think that people are still protesting it after all these years of not having it as our mascot. So what do you think about that?
I think the hard part is the students who, because they keep making these T-shirts, is because people want a mascot to look forward to. You know, like all of the schools in the Big Ten, you have like Willie the Wildcat, Bucky the Badger, and now that we don't have the chief, there's nothing to really support except for a big eye. So I think these companies keep releasing the chief to keep it interesting, to keep spirit. So there's nothing, they need something to fill the place if they want to stop the chief. You know, like if the people feel that way, you know, because it's having a mascot is a sense of school spirit, and without, you know, so people still make these because although we don't have it as our mascot anymore, we haven't found anything to replace it.
No, I agree with that. What do you think?
I kind of totally agree, to be honest. And I don't really see the university replacing or making a new school mascot. So that's kind of the problem that we're really running into at this point now.
Very good opinions, ladies. Also, national news, our state representative, or should I say, past state representative and former Speaker of the House, Dennis Hastert, is in the courtroom again and is negotiating a plea deal with the federal government over withdrawing funds illegally, over $1.7 million, which is a lot of money, and then also being accused of sexual assault against a student. And he is negotiating this deal to only have just a couple of years in prison. And so, ladies, what do you think should be kind of the response of the federal government in this issue? Do you think that this is a just punishment for him? I mean, he did a lot of crimes against the state, against the student. How do you think they should handle this?
I think his plea might not get granted. I think he might get more years in prison than he's expecting to plea against or plea for. And I think that still the money is unidentified of where the money has been getting paid to. So I think once they settle that and that person is identified for having that money, once the missing money is like obviously found, then I think it will be there'll be a lower fee or lower amount of time in prison. But until then, I think that he's going to have more years for sure.
And the plea deal is supposed to be there just to kind of stop this long and lengthy trial, because it's kind of embarrassing for him at this point. I mean, he did so much damage to so many people that he's going to get a sentence. It's just, can we just negotiate on something and move on? So, do you guys have any comments?
I actually just think that it's kind of crazy that he has the opportunity to have a plea deal, because even in the articles that I've read, it's labeled as a sexual misconduct. And that's just kind of, I think, minimizing the crimes that he's done. And that wouldn't be so if it were a regular person on the street. So there's a lot of political controversy, a lot of power that we're dealing with in this instance. So it's a very, very interesting topic to cover.
Yeah. He's getting special treatment.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what it comes down to. Yeah. I don't know what I would do, to be honest, if I were the judge, but I think he should get what he should get the crime, he should get the sentence that he deserves. Yeah, seriously. Well, thank you, ladies, for those comments. We have some celebrity news. Let's move on to our celebrity news of the day. We actually have a lot of celebrity news, but our first one is, we talked about Justin and Selena separately last week, but now they are in the news together, and they have just leaked out their new song, which all we know is it's called Strong. And we've been trying to find it online, but we can't. We've been trying to listen to it. We would have it playing right now if we could. But that's been really, I don't know what to think about it. And not a lot of people know as well. So what do you guys think? Do you think Jelena is going to make a comeback, or do you think they're going to get back together?
I think whatever it is, they're taking advantage of this kind of publicity stunt to get them both back in the media, because there's nothing everyone likes more than an old couple rekindling the flame. And regardless of whether they are or not, just the thought of it and them doing a duet is going to skyrocket that duet more than if Selena had done that duet with another random celebrity, or Justin doing it with another girl celebrity. You know, like the fact that they as exes are doing it together sparks up new rumors and sparks up new hype for both of them, and it's going to be good publicity for the song.
Yeah, that's a good take on it. What do you think?
They've actually both separately come out with their own new content. So I think that this is a good piece of leverage to get their own individual things, like you said, kind of going more than they already are.
Yeah, I think Selena is a little bit more popular these days, and I think she's going to help Justin along. What do you think?
I agree with that specifically, and I think that also they're trying to make a statement that they are friends and they've had a good, even though they had a breakup and there was bad points of it and good points, that they're just having like they're at a good point in their friendship.
Yeah. Well, we wish them both the best. But, okay, you're going to think we're crazy, but we have more Kardashian news. We talk about the Kardashians a lot on this show, but we just heard that Lamar has just woken up. He was the basketball player, reality TV show, and ex-husband of Khloe Kardashian, and he has just woken up from, I don't know how long he was in a coma, but he was in a coma for a long time from drug overdose and overdose on a lot of other things in Las Vegas. And so they're still married, actually, because the state of California has been very slow and settling their divorce papers and getting that all finalized. So they're still married, and Khloe's still her wife. And so how do you think Khloe Kardashian should handle her ex-husband and his situation?
Well, I know she ran to the hospital as soon as she found out, and they were interviewing a lot of the Kardashian family members, and they did state that they were not surprised that he was in the hospital for that sole reason. And yeah, so I think she's very supportive. She has been saying that she supports him. She still cares about him, even though they're going through the divorce. But I think she feels obligated to, for sure.
When he was on life support, too, I mean, she had every right to decide what his life would be.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys think?
I think that's a scary responsibility to put on one person, which is terrifying, because I remember watching it in the news with my mom, and she was like, oh, he's going to die. Like, there's just no way he'll wake up the next day. Like, you know,
Here he
did. And,
He's
but,
back.
like, what if she had the same mindset as, like, my mom and a lot of people?
Yeah.
Like, she could have pulled it prematurely. Like, that's a scary thought, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But even now, they don't know the extent of his damage, so it's kind of still a problem.
Yeah, will he be the same? We don't know, but it's an interesting topic. So we actually have a local celebrity on campus that has made a comeback to cure the Cub curse, and his name is Littleton the Goat. And he is the most precious goat you have ever seen, because he is in his Cub attire. He's going all over campus and spreading joy wherever he walks. So we love Littleton, and he has kind of been a ritualistic response for these fans to help the Cubs win this year. So what are y'all's predictions for the Cubs, and do you have any crazy rituals that you're kind of doing right now to help them out?
I don't know. I mean, I just follow it more than my family's like huge Cubs fans, and I've just been following it more than I ever, like I always love going to the games, but no one really likes watching them on TV
Right.
till now, you know, 'cause now
Right.
it's exciting.
Yeah.
They're just going all the way.
They're going all the way. Is that what you think?
Yep.
I kind of agree. I think that they have a lot of spirit that a lot of other teams don't have. And I think everyone's really proud of what they do, and I think they know that they have that support behind them. So I think they're going to do well.
Yeah, they're kind of the underdogs.
Yeah.
And Littleton the Goat is going to help them win.
Reverse the curse.
Yeah, reverse the curse. Well, good. Well, we had a lot of great discussions this week. Thank you so much, ladies, for being here today. And that's all that we have. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week.